Littlefoot is a 22-year-old thoroughbred gelding. He's a very tall, athletic-looking horse. He didn't have a lot of major health concerns. He had pretty decent teeth. We put him in a quarantine pen with other horses with low medical concerns, but we noticed after about a week or two that his herd mates were gaining weight pretty rapidly and he wasn't. So we did a more thorough exam. This is Littlefoot. We are concerned about his mouth. When you try to gently manipulate his mandible, it's locked, he can't move it. And he has kind of a malodorous smell. He's being a really good boy, but you can tell his teeth are really bothering him. So we're gonna take some x-rays of his teeth to see if we can see what's going on. We also can sedate him and put a speculum on, but because his mouth is painful, the x-rays are a lot less invasive. I feel like this might be an old mandibular fracture right here.
Whoa. Huh. Yeah, it looks like chunky in that spot. It should be smooth, right?
Yeah. So it looked like there was an old fracture on the radiograph. He's trying to be very gentle. He's bleeding from a ulcer over here on this side. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Okay. Okay. You're being so good.
So we just got done looking at Littlefoot. We took some radiographs of his head and of his withers. Nothing super catastrophic. It looks like he might have had a previous mandibular fracture that's in a weird stage of healing / healed. But he does have some ulcers that are open and oozing. So we're gonna give him some medication for that to help him with that. And otherwise than that, he's been cleared to get all his things. And we're gonna give him some time to put some weight on with some groceries. Because we are worried about his body condition at the moment, but he's doing okay.
Littlefoot's dental radiographs aren't super abnormal, but he's not gaining weight the way we want him to, and he's been dewormed, so we are going to sedate him, put a dental speculum on, and do a really thorough exam of his teeth just to make sure that's not the problem. If we find anything abnormal, we're gonna fix it. We sedated him and we put a speculum on to open his mouth to take a better look at his mouth. And he had some minor points, which is consistent with his age, that we were able to fix. But while we did that, Dr. Gina noticed that he had some pretty severe old ulcers in his mouth. It is a very severe ulcer and it is old.
Oh,
Hi, Dr. Gina.
This one looks like he has
It's
a cut
thickened.
up there or something.
He sure does.
That may be why he may not
Look at
want
that.
to
He's
eat.
got ingest effect up there. I'm going to flesh that out. Dr. Gina just found some pretty severe ulcers on the right side under the lip, as well as right up here. So we're going to make sure we know what's going on. So look, we've got ulcerations here,
Yeah,
here.
yeah, and there.
We don't actually know if those ulcers were present when he came in or if he got them here at Horse Plus. What's probably likely is that he did have some ulcers and we weren't looking, some of them were kind of back up in here and we weren't able to see them accurately until we had him sedated with that speculum on. So that's something that we always do for any horse, but sometimes we don't prioritize that immediately right off the bat if we don't have major dental concerns. So thankfully we caught that problem. In one of the ulcers, he had a grass on lodged up underneath his gums. And so Dr. Gina thankfully found that and we were able to remove it. Dr. Gina found a little pocket within an ulcer of what appeared to be a grass on kind of spiky plant material. And so that's probably causing a lot of pain. And he also has ulcers on his lips, top and bottom. So he may be avoiding eating because his mouth hurts. So we're gonna get those out and we're gonna treat him for pain and probably with some antibiotics. And we'll recheck that and see. His blood work is running right now, so hopefully he's systemically stable, but we don't have that answer yet. So sometimes horses that are in states of starvation will eat kind of inedible plants and foods and like even trash. But this horse came in really emaciated and he may have just been eating
Did you eat a cocklebur bush?
anything he could find.
That ulcer wraps all the way around to the front. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, there's more. and we kept a really close eye on him, and his gum health healed up really quickly and he started putting on weight. So we were very, very happy to have such a easily solvable problem. As a part of our more in-depth look at Littlefoot, we ran blood work to make sure that we weren't missing systemic health or anemia or something like that. Littlefoot's blood work looked great. And I was running the blood work when Dr. Gina was taking a closer look in his mouth, and she found those gingival ulcers. So we were really happy that we found that, because we believe that was the answer to why he wasn't wanting to eat as much. He would kind of stand off and not eat hay as readily as his herd mates. And as soon as we removed that grass on from his gums and got his mouth really well cleaned up, his appetite immediately improved and he started gaining weight. So we were happy with that response, and we cleared him medically for adoption at that point.
So our adopters are here. They're interested in Drifter and Littlefoot, so I'm going to be tacking both of them up and riding them around for them to see.
Gray sunlight and crystal rain. One heart.
I do, yeah. Yes, I love him. He's really sweet.
Cold cityscape, steel street signs. We wake to pass through time. It's all surround.
So do you think you want to adopt Drifter today?
I do want to adopt Drifter today.
That's awesome. Let me get an adoption picture real quick while you're up there. If you want to ride out to the middle a little bit more.
Breathe in the silent air. Spread wings rising up like prayers. We watch the
They were able to provide both of them with an amazing home, and they knew that Littlefoot needed some more groceries and to put on some more weight, and they were committed to continuing his rehabilitation in a new home. So that's always best case scenario for us here at Horse Plus. It makes us really happy when animals find their forever homes, and it's always especially fun for us when people take more than one shelter animal home. So we're thrilled that Littlefoot and Drifter got to go to a home together.
We came to adopt and we chose Littlefoot and Drifter. It was very easy. They made sure that we had the right horses that fit us. Just that they do great work here, and I admire anybody that takes on the task of rescuing horses.
The people who adopted both of them seemed wonderful, and I think both of those boys are super, super sweet in your pocket, and I think that they will have many great years with their new family.